What we have here is the TX10 from FIMI, the controller, the all-in-one controller. And I've got it on regular brightness, not night vision. It's a regular brightness, about 75%, as you can see here. Maybe 70%. We'll see. But anyway, if I go to night, see it turns orangey. Kind of hard to see. You be the judge. But we're going to go and turn that off. Regular, turn it off. Turn it off. There we go. Regular brightness. Okay. What we have going now is the do recorder, and the camera I'm using on my head is an Acaso V50X with the internal microphone on and stabilization on. Taking it 2.7K at 30 frames per second. I'm going to try and sync it up to the screen recorder, see what happens here. But this will be part 4, so to speak. And some people have said, well, why do you have a part 1, 2, 3, etc., etc.? Well, it's an evolution for me, documenting an evolution of the TX10, where it goes and what I found and what can be done with it. Okay? Right now I have my notes here, and I want to speak about one. Let me look at my notes here. Is the adaptive brightness. So if we go into the settings here, and we go into what's called display, and we go into adaptive brightness, okay, it's turned on. But I spoke to FIMI. Let's push this once full time. I spoke to FIMI, and they said that's a mistake. In the next update, they're going to remove that. It shouldn't have adaptive brightness. You have to manually adjust it. So that's one conclusion taken care of. The other one is, let's go to Bing Maps. Okay? Well, no, let's try the other one that I can do first. Yep, the Bing Maps, I guess it is. The other one is the Customize button. And there is only 2 customized buttons you can really play with. And that is the ones on the back. The C5 and the C6. Now, let's go into FIMI here, into the app. See my glasses on there. Okay. And we're going to enter the device. Okay. I don't know why this comes up all the time, but there we go. Okay. And if we just click anywhere, we go to the screen. Normally, if the drone was ready, it would be displayed here, the video feed, but it's not. Now on the back, I have this button, C5, and I've programmed that, as you shall see here. I go to the, there we go. They say they're like let's go back again into this. C3 and C4 are undefined because you can't define them unless you have a module or you have version 2. I've changed C5 and C6 to be the map and the gimbal operation. The other 2, auxiliary 1 and 2, are not available. So let's get out of that. And if I press on the back here, it goes to the map. And it shows where we are. Okay? Now this is Bing Maps. You have 2 options. You can either choose Bing Maps or A Maps. And if I go into my satellite, that's where I'm showing. Okay? And I'm connected to the house Wi-Fi, so I can do anything I want with it. There we go. And I can start up a waypoint mission, and I can do all kinds of things. Okay? So that's pretty good. And Bing Maps aren't too bad. You can zoom in, zoom out, Okay, do whatever you want. If I push it again, there we go. Quick press, it comes back to that screen. So that's good. So now let's get the drone up in the air and connect it and see what happens. Okay, here we have the drone, and we're going to enter the device. And it says we're ready to go. How clear is that picture? It's beautiful. Let me look at my notes. Oh yeah, we're going to look at the photo options to begin with. So let's go to photos, switch over. We're going to go down to the bottom here, and we're going to look at what we can do with photos. We can do photo sizes up to 48 megapixel. We're set for 12. Okay. Single photo, general, metering. Okay, there's no DNG there anymore. I wonder why. White balance auto. Grid lines. I've got my grid lines on. Okay. And we've got that, but there's no DNG. That has been taken off. Okay, let's go to the camera. White balance, metering mode is center. I want average. Okay, there we go. Somebody said that they are putting back the DNG in the next update. We shall see what happens. Let's go to the camera mode. 1080p 30 on average, general 264. That's good. Grid lines are on. Dun, 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 dun. That's it. And everything's on auto. And I can use the scroll wheel to go up and down on my exposure value. If I go to the camera, it's on medium. I want high. So we should be good to go. So let's click that button on the back for the map. One quick click. Okay, one quick click again. There we go. And we are where we were before. And we can look at the map and do what we want to do. Right now, if you notice the arrow, it says it's pointing in the front of the driveway. And if I try and lift my head, I'll try and get it in focus here. If I lift my head, let's just let the camera. There we go. Can you see it? It's facing the driveway. So that is good. Okay. But the orientation beacon in the bottom left corner indicates otherwise. And they say in the next update that they're going to have a north indicator. Now, they can't admit or deny, or they don't know, or whoever I was speaking to is going to find out if this controller has a magnometer. Don't know, because if it did, and I turned the controller, then that diagram should change, but it doesn't. So I don't know what they're going to do in the future for that. So let's press that button in the back one more time, and let's get it up in the air. So I can push the automatic takeoff, or I can down and in to start the motors, and then I just lift off. There we go. We won't worry about that. So right now we're gonna go left, and I have to just a little bit. There we go. Let's get it up There we go. So look at that picture. Is it nice and bright? And we're up about 21 meters. Let's go up to about 45 or 50. There we go. There we go. So let's have a look to see if we're in frame here. Just have to check my phone every once in a while. Yeah, we're good. Just to see if it's working properly. I'm using the Acaso Wi-Fi connector. So I look on the app to see if that I'm framed properly for the shot. Now it doesn't look too over bright. Let's swipe down twice. There we go. Let's bump it up a little bit. There we go. Maybe that's a little bit better. Well, I don't really need that brightness because it does go really bright. So let's go, there we go. There we go. Okay, so let's start by dropping down that gimbal a little bit. There's your thirds. Okay, now can we put the exposure down? 1, 2, a little bit less, a bit more. Well, we'll just try 0 for now. Okay, so let's start that video, and it's just by pressing either one of these two buttons. Okay, there we go. And if I hold the C2 and scroll, this is what happens. See, I can go in and the counter goes up for 1.25, 1.3, 1.4, 1.4, 1.5. What's the maximum it goes in? Is it 2, 3? I think it's 3. 3's the max. There we go. Okay, let go, and we'll go back to the original. And we have to go back to 1. It's not very smooth, but it does work. There's 1. Okay, so let's just fly around a little bit. Let's go a little bit forward. We'll go left, not going over anybody's house. And we'll turn around once we get out about 100 meters. I'm going to turn it around. A couple 100 meters. Okay, let's turn it around. That horizon is nice and straight. And I know I would have difficulty on my phone looking at this for sure, but on here it's absolutely stunning. Where am I looking? Okay, that's not right. So it's back here somewhere. Well, I can't see the house. Well, let's flip over the map. There it is. And if you see the arrow, then we'll fly forwards. See the arrow coming from the top right corner? There it comes. Aiming right for the house. So if I'm there, I should be able to look down and see my house. Here we are. So let's get it right in the middle of the box there. Whoa, that brightens up, doesn't it? Whoa, that's not good. It really brightens up. Anyway, let's see if we can zoom in. Here we go. We're zooming in. Here we go. There's 3. Okay, so let's just go over a little bit. You see me there sitting down? There we are. I'm sitting there, waving at you. But they have to fix this exposure value. So let's bring it back up to normal. Circling through the that's how far out we're at. Okay. Now, if we go up a bit, there. If I click on the screen, what happens? Nothing. Let's stop that video. If I click on the screen, nothing. It's not locked in, because as soon as I come down any bit at all, boom, over brightness. And I have to come down at least to there to make it good. Okay, so let's leave it there, and we'll go and start the video, and we'll head out towards this lake over here. Now we're up at 5760 meters, and we're just going to go past us, and I can read everything on this screen as clear as if I was in my living room. Oh, I don't want to go higher. Sorry, I'm going too high. I used the wrong stick. Let's go forward. There we go. I can hear it overhead whizzing by me, and it's at 6 or 7 meters per second. That's pretty good. Okay, it's pretty good. And we're past me now at 70 meters, up to 100 meters. There you go. It's really good. And I'm not changing anything. I'm just sitting here. I'm not changing the antennas. And they're basically not even full up. They're on a 45-degree angle facing the ground. So it's pretty, and I'm facing directly on a 45-degree angle, almost perpendicular, 90 degrees to where the drone is. Okay, so let's just do a return to home. Let's push this button here and do a return to home. And it's an automatic return to home. There we go. See? Now I can adjust the EV value. Okay? If I bring this up a bit, to 3, right? So on the fly, you can use the EV value. Okay? So that's a really good feature of this drone. Really good feature of this controller. And even the accordion controller, you can do that with it. So it's really good. But I will say, let's just stop that video right there. Okay? And we will cancel the return to home. And we'll just maneuver it to look at the lake, and we'll take a nice big picture. Okay? There's what I call frying pan lake. It's actually called Boyd Lake. So let's flip over. And every time you flip over, you have to be cautious of the exposure values. Okay? Let's go down a little bit. Now let's see if we can zoom in on a picture. Yeah, we can zoom in on a picture. There we go. One more. There we go. Okay, let's take a picture. Push any of these 2 buttons, and it took a picture. And we'll look at that picture in frame here. Okay, so let's press C2 and come out again to 1. Okay, and we'll flip back to give you the full size here. Now if I swipe down, what happens? Nothing. Swipe up, nothing. Click it, nothing. See, it's underexposed there? So we have to go pretty low like there to get a decent shot. But anyway, let's flip it around. And we're up at 93. Okay. But even though the exposure exposure value is a little erratic. Let's hit that button on the back. Okay, we turn around. You can see that arrow turning. Okay, let's just bring that home again. And it should be coming down from 93 meters above. There it is. It just had to back up a little bit. 89, 87, 80. That's good stuff. Okay. Now, I haven't tried cine mode and I haven't tried sport mode. I hear it. So once it gets down to about 40, I better look up. Sorry. Yeah, it's good. So I'm going to let it come down. So let's just stop that. Okay, click the button on the back. And just for fun, we're going to go back up again. And we're going to go and do some speed tests. Okay, so we're up to 50. So let's head out towards the other lake. There we go. Okay, now let's go over to cine mode. It says C in the corner there. Full stick forward. How fast can we go? 6 meters per second in cine mode. Okay, that's in cine mode. Go to normal mode. In normal mode. Full stick forward. 10, 11, 12 meters per second in normal. Okay, let's go to sport mode. Full stick forward. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wow, 18 meters per second. Oh well, let's return to home and see what happens. How fast does it come home on that mode? And it comes home at about, usually it's about 10. So yeah, thought so, about 10, 8 to 10. There's no wind. So it's 18 meters per second I got out of it, and it's 9 meters per second coming back. That's not bad. Not bad. And we're up a good 52 meters. I can't get over the clarity of this screen. It's just, I've never experienced anything like it. It's really good. Really good. Okay. It's coming back now. And it should be above home. And yeah, no need to take a video. We know what the video is like. It's still pretty good. The horizon's off a little bit there. It might be from the sport mode, but generally the horizon's pretty good. So when it stops, I'll see if it straightens out by itself by a few quick yaws here and there. So it's something to be conscious of. It's off just a slight little bit, but I normally don't have a problem with it. Okay, it's coming down. We're going to stop that. Okay, I'm going to go to normal mode, and by golly, let's go up a little bit so we can see that grid line right on that horizon there. That's pretty good. Okay, if I go to the left, it's pretty good. I can't complain. I know my horizon's not, I mean, that's pretty good. So let's bring it down and go over what we've learned. Okay, let's bring it down. I have to go off of here so I can actually see it with my eyes. Here it comes. And land. Well, there we go. Oh, you don't want to look at my knobby knees and legs here, so there we go. And we were just sitting here like this all the time. And notice, let's just zoom in here. Okay, just notice that controller. Notice the angle of this. Okay, I was sitting like this all the time. Okay, let's do a wrap up now and go from there. So we have to go and turn off the drone before it overheats. Okay, back here, I'm going to push the C1 button, and we're back to the home screen. Now I didn't have it full blown, I didn't have it full brightness, but we covered all the points on my notes here, which was, adaptive brightness, BingMaps, which works relatively well. The custom buttons C5 and C6 are about the only buttons you can customize. Okay, this one here is only if you have version 2 of the 2022. This one here is only if you have a specific module that they haven't come out with, the RX10 receiver module, which we're hoping we'll be able to connect then this to other FPV drones or other drones or whatever. And these two dials here are for that same module unit. I'm still waiting to hear about the battery accessory, and maybe someone will come out with a 3D printed thing to stick in here. Maybe it's going to be a mount, something. All kinds of things are possible. Okay, so we found out that the adaptive brightness is going to be removed, that the magnometer issue may be resolved in updates, and that the DNG/RAW photos may be coming back in the next update. And I have been told by FIMI that there will be an update, not only for the TX10, but also for the drone in the next coming week. And there's supposed to be, ooh, that was a big S, wasn't it? There's supposed to be a rather large TX10 software update that may involve you connecting it to your PC. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you informed in number 5. So this was number 4 in the collection, the evolution and the journey of the TX10. Stay tuned for more. Bye now.